ka di ou si ou ka te kwe. Initialement di fe wamoun, mwen men je toujou nouè. Mais les yeux bleus débarqués entre l'Angleterre et France. Dis-moi franchement si c'est couleur qui fait la différence. Et au pas moins hors d'Afrique. Menez-moi, Chico Dominique.
The vibrant West Coastal village of Maho is well known as a leading and potent cultural force in Dominica, encompassing beliefs, behaviors, values, and traditions. Home of some of Dominica's greatest cultural stalwarts, including the pride and joy of Maho, the famous Bells Combo. Bells Combo possessed a unique rhythmical pattern fused with contagious hypnotic melodies which propelled them to prominence throughout Dominica, the Caribbean, and North America. Out of a talent search showdown organized by the band in the early 1970s would emerge the dynamic Cletus Halibut Abraham.
I have to give praise unto the Father because it's only grace and mercy even to have me alive here today. So Father, you don't know, say. Well, actually, it's nothing that I had to practice. It's nothing that I even had to notice. I didn't acquire anything. It wasn't a desire, so to speak. It was application. What God gave me, I use. What I don't have, I can't use. So what comes out of me is what I've got inside. I didn't start to write. When 73 came, I joined the band through a talent search. I sang 2 songs. I am a slave to no one there. And then I hit the other one with, she came in through the bathroom window. I mean, people could feel the vibes from the inside, you know. The songs I chose, Neil Diamond and stuff. And applying that to simply writing a song, someone would say, oh, but how do you do that? But first of all, I like rhymes. I like poetry. I consider myself a poet. I have to blow my own trumpet. And I'm a good poet. My brother, I didn't learn to write like I say.
I was privileged to have had a candid discussion with this musical maverick about his early days in Bells Combo and his early recordings.
73 when I joined the band. 74 was the first recording. We go down to Martinique twice. We have 2 weeks to prepare. I would hear from the leader or the band, oh, we're going down to Martinique. We got some going there. We have to record because most of the bands were recording already. Some of the bands were already lodged in Guadeloupe. Individuals were finding their way to Guadeloupe because that's where the influence is going to really grow. So because Bells Combo already didn't want to go professional then, everybody had a job, everybody had some agenda at home. I had none, so to speak, but music in my head. Yeah, it was brotherhood, but there were some rough days too, because when I find myself 11 a.m., like, no, I'm jamming that keyboard. Mike would just lock the doors on me, you know. So, I mean, we had some little stuff, but otherwise it was brotherhood, like I say. So going down to Martinique and slam that first recording, like you ask, how do you, well, like I said, I just wrote. This is fascinating, you know, Waddix. You have 3 days or 2 nights to record. We reach on a Friday, we've got to come home by Monday morning. That means you work all through Saturday. Sometimes it happened that as we reach, we get straight to the studio until that 8 or 10 songs done. Yeah, because it was 4-track at the time. You don't do digital stuff, you do master tape stuff like those big wrong stuff and, you know, start. So it took some time, you know. So we were at it hours until morning each night, into morning, man. So as to get the records done, but the sound was so profound. There's no escaping the Bells Combo sound, you know. So therefore, it just got lodged. So I recorded 74, 76, and 78. The band did, yeah. 3 albums done. Of course, they had the other stuff done in Barbados with 245s and stuff. But the 3 albums that really were cadence of the Bells Combo, I was definitely involved in that.
Et touche dans la rue, son salopie, Malelevé. Si ou ni un chien, qui ni maloué, pas qu'à faire travail bien, et bien ou bien. Malelevé.
Halibut reminisced on his musical elevation to celebrity status.
I was really getting to the next level then because I was in my element. I was leaving the the songwriting and I was going into more like real poetry. Yeah. So I was giving it rather a piece of meat, a little more meat, you know. So again, we had the sound of bells was like Mike explained a little different from because there's a rhythm section that is so strong and steady. It doesn't break and there's no lapse in the rhythm, you know. So any accessory to that has to be good. So me as the accessory had to go forward vocally on top of that too, you know. Boy, he was always on top of his message, so everything fitted. None of my songs are personal. All my songs are message or the actual facts. Or if I want to be funny, the tribal tensions we have here is actually black on black. But yet they will criticize this white guy doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the white people are worse. It's just that we should clean up the backyard first.
Girl, you wear so many gas sleeves with smelling scents. Seems to me you're heading to a perfume tournament. Eyebrow shadow, lipstick, you make yourself an ornament. Now don't you realize just how much money you have spent? Why, baby? Simplify yourself. Now tell me, why do you act so crazy? Simplify yourself. Oh, I don't try simplicity. Simplify yourself. Then I know you'll be doing it naturally. Simplify yourself.
My next tune will be slamming close to that kind of racial tension we have here, which is more tribal, isn't? But it will fall, even on the cops that create too many copses.
Halibut spoke about the uniqueness of the Kadas Calypso genre and the various Kadas Calypso bands.
Exile One had that beat. If you notice also, Waddix, aggressive, how aggressive the groovers are when it comes to Kadas. The drummer instilled that into the boys. It's not Chubby who played the drums then always. So Chubby did stuff, but when he Henry energized, you couldn't miss groovers. That was the groove then.
Yes.
And the man could just spin that thing, so
roll
right. So therefore, Bells Combo didn't have that kind of drummer, yet they had the kind of sound. So every band had its own distinct vibe.
Christ, they were selling out the Christians through that. And up till today, there is no doubt, for a long time it's gonna last. Yeah. And up till today, there is no doubt, for a long time it's gonna last. Samson killed 10,000 men with the jawbone of the net. And up till today, there are men who use the same weapon and think it's class. And up till today, there are men who use the same weapon and think it's class.
Ali was a prolific songwriter, master lyricist, singer-performer. He was an extremely skillful writer. His competence at rhyming was unsurpassed. His songs were infectious, with catchy melodic hooks. He possessed a catalogue of #1 hits. Parabole, where he expertly used proverbs throughout the song with wit, humor, and satire. A real Creole masterpiece. Pakionemwe, where he sang about the slave trade. Malelevé, depicting badly brought up children, especially girls with early big women tendencies. Long Tongue, one to take you up and the other to take you down. Simplify yourself about a village woman scenario to be modest. Beth, where if you want to hear stories, or Beth, go to the various communities. La vie vini plus wed, singing about hardship and perilous times. He was also very patriotic and penned a masterpiece entitled Nature and sang about abomination, politicians, control your garbage, Jaws, Libération de la Femme, Falsier, and several others. Halibut took time to dissect the Bell's formula.
I brought rather a complete song to the band. Actually, I'll go riverside with my acoustic guitar. I play a little ribbon, which was more spooge-ish. It wasn't calypso-ish, because I would chicken, yeah. So then, that's the same way I play my reggae. So I would slam that and get my lyrics together. Of course, lyrics would come quickly or weekly or but never monthly. It doesn't take much. I look for words. Sometimes I change words. But then my lyrics would just come for the inspiration or just simply the title. The Street. I know cars run the street, but there's an old truck, a particular old truck on the street. Now I'm going to that one. Yeah, so then the lyrics, I'm not bothered about finding words. I've got a good enough vocabulary. I'm not just ordinary. So then I find words. So then I put that together on a box guitar and I would tape that, remote tape record those, cassette stuff And I did that first time and then I got an accompaniment by the then timbalist player, Gerard Thomas, who became a bass player. But because, of course, we would teach ourselves, rather, so he could play some notes on the bass. So I'd hold the rhythm then. And we would record, like I tell you, the verse, the chorus, and we would really it's a complete song, rather, except for certain arrangements made by Mike, of course, as the leader and lead guitarist. He would arrange certain, bridges and stuff where required. But and straight solos, of course, wasn't much required when I dropped that thing already to the band. These guys would be smiling.
The Maestro Halibut enjoyed tremendous popularity and several opportunities came along fast and furious, including a trip to Germany.
Just like I was scared to go to Germany. Radio Jumbo was here. I was asked to go to Germany when they were leaving. The Germans told me, Mayor, we're going to turn you into Boney M with the Munich sound. That was the time Boney was like, by the rivers of yeah. But however, I still arrived on France, Paris, and got gold. So naturally.
Yes. Hali toured extensively with the band Bell's Combo and also spoke highly of the then manager Vic Riviere.
Vic Riviere was a good man too, like PJ too. Yeah, in the days of those boys, he was the manager of the band and he took us to BBC. That was Blanco's Beach Club. First time I'd been to a real discotheque, way back in 73 on Grenada, on the beach. I mean, that was looking rich. Yeah, man, feel good stuff. But Mike was doing most of the songs then, and that's the time he was blasting Mamma So I went up to St. Martin with the guys too. And a little bit of St. Thomas. And of course, I did St. Lucia. Matnik
2006 was a historic year for Halibut. He won the Dynamif d'Or Award in Paris at the 6th Caribbean Music Awards for the hit sound Parabol.
Oh yeah, Coco Miguel. Saprie peki glow Ang service ka ba maldo Se upani vien su peso Su ipiti me kakaigo Sa ouve se sa ouve Topwe se pa fe juve Kana we di show de boda inwe Sa mwen duvan me sa oude oh yeah Power boni boko say Moun kreyo pa pran sommeil Power la klewe kon la soleil Wazye ni zowe Mama pote
Due to you, and thanks to you too, the Most High is there, you paid for my first recording after 27 years. I did my last recording with Bells Combo, and after 27 years, I wasn't into the music thing. That's why it looks so stagnant. You did pay for Powerball at Freddie's studio.
Freddie's Studios, yeah.
Hey, Freddie, and
Maximum respect.
yeah, you are going to pay for
The
this
new one.
upcoming one,
The black.
because that's what works. That particular song, Powerball, took me to France. That's where I met with Gordon and his wife, Sharon.
Shannon.
Yeah, man. When this lady and Gordon came up that limousine, I didn't hear anything. When I came out in that Chapopayan Madras, I heard from the guy standing, and I mean German Shepherd dogs and red carpet. I mean, it was good. I had, during the days of Vic Riviere, Bells Combo did bring in what was the dynamics on Wendy Allen. Yeah, and I got a standing ovation on that particular evening by singing one of Al Green's For the Good Times. Yeah, but that night in France, yeah, boy, I said, the why, me never forget you. It's Powerball that brought me up there on the red carpet, my boy, and
respect.
get gold, you know. Me no bothered about going to Germany again, because I didn't know. If I had gone to Germany, probably I wouldn't be alive today to be speaking to you. So the blessings flow.
People say that talk is cheap, and express they have the tongue in the mouth to talk. Fools and wicked people gossip, abuse the tongue to the point where they self-destruct. People bad talking, jealous people, and the tongue plotting, lots of people. So they run their mouth like a dog for bone, and they wash their tongue in a gossip zone. You see the tongue that's in your mouth, the tongue you washing all about. You put in your lime, pepper and salt, and then spread the dirty rumors out. The tongue bring go and carry calm, yet they run their mouth and wash their tongues. The tongue is a deadly weapon, yet they run their mouth and wash their tongues. Woman telling man their tongue too long, yet they run their mouth and wash their tongues. People should give their tongue a vacation, yet they run their mouth and wash their tongue. Let's go now!
Cletus Halibut Abraham won several Cadence Calypso competitions, including NCCU and Dumpro Cadence Calypso competitions. He also wrote for Janet Angel Azus, Lady S, and Chris B, among others. In 2018, he did a special collab with the First Serenade Band entitled The Riches of Dominica. He also worked very closely with Dada Lawrence, Fred Nicholas, and Armstrong James. In 2018, Cletus Halibut Abraham was awarded by Ambassador Leroy Waddix Charles at the Papa Creole event. Other awardees on that special event were Gordon Henderson, Fitzroy Williams and Vivian Wallace of Exile 1, Philip Chubby Mack and Marcel Mack of Midnight Groovers, and the original WCK, which was accepted by Cornel Fingers Phillip. The portrait of Cletus Halibut Abraham was one of several Cadence Calypso icons, which was placed at the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard by Creole Halibut and Ibrahim Bruhim. In 2024, he did a Calypso Writers Workshop with the youth of Maho, spearheaded by the Pal Rep and Sobers Esprit. He performed several times at the World of Creole Music Festival, and as recent as 2025. By then, he was already ailing and could not deliver in his vintage Halibut style. Cletus Halibut Abraham was also a Calypsonian, a fisherman, a painter, and a community man. He possessed a colorful musical catalog of #1 hits. He will be remembered as a strong-willed, passionate, no-nonsense patriot who believed no matter who was involved, wrong was wrong and right was right.
Don't do it, but let them do it. They say don't do it, but let them do it. Here they go again. Don't do it, but let them do it. Keep telling me don't do it, but let them do it. See, they never humble when they go wrong. People like to be wrong and strong because of status and position. People like to be wrong and strong. Whenever they're walking with their demon, mommy. People like to be wrong and strong. Oh Father, please help us to overcome. People like to be wrong and strong.
Sincere condolences to the family and friends of Cletus, Halibut Abraham, his 7 children, sister, and other family members. The Maho community, the entire Creole family, Kadas Lipso family, Bells Combo family, though gone to the wild beyond, his music will continue to live on. Long live the Kadas Lipso icon. Long live Kadas Lipso legend, the hero, Cletus, Halibut, Joseph, Abraham. Rest in eternal peace.
The work is done. I'm glad to be part of history. Carol's music has touched the world, like they say, but listen, this is historical, man. Carol's music is the first electronified music out of Dominica that been, recorded on a professional level and touched the globe. We have Bouillon coming, in a sense, yeah, but I'm talking about we set the path, we pioneered. Gordon, big up Gordon. This is history, man. This is not just another story, because history, it belongs to me too. So that's my story now. So therefore, I'm glad to be part of history. I'm not looking for gratification or anything else, because what I had to do is done.
Dominica, as Creole Cultural Ambassador, I am once again sounding the call for us to take better care of our legends. The citizens of our God-blessed nation who have excelled and played a major role in making a difference in our lives. Let's ensure their latter days are as comfortable as possible. Those who may be challenged, let's not wait for the inevitable. Let's reach out and show gratitude. Let's show love and respect. It's time to construct a Heroes Park and legislate a Heroes Day to honor our heroes. Yahweh bless Dominica.